is Seth Swirsky, and I've loved the Beatles ever since I was a small boy in the 1960s. Those times were just amazing, and the Beatles were everything to me. And it's why I became a songwriter and recording artist myself. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to play the Cavern Club in Liverpool, England, the place the Beatles made famous in their early days. While I was there, a number of people told me some great stories about them that I had never heard before, and I remember thinking, how many more of these incredible stories are out there? And how much fun would it be to buy a video camera and try to find those stories? And that's exactly what I did over the next 12 months of my life.
I said, can you believe this is all for you?
He said, no, I think it's Faringo. Faringo? Who's Faringo?
Faringo.
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 We thought it was a Jewish holiday.
Baby's good to me, you know she can't be asking.
There's the Dakota across Central Park, and I have my great memory of John Lennon when I met him that one night.
Which one of you's Ringo?
I'm walking down Lexington Avenue with my wife, and all of a sudden, coming toward us is Paul McCartney.
Anyway, amongst the company was George, and here I am telling George, the most charming, gentle man you could ever possibly meet, how to play a song that's been on a Beatles album.
Yeah, right. I remember that. Yeah, sure I do. We miss those get-togethers with George.
There was these girls that like to get undressed and start doing exercises right in front of the window. The next day, Ringo brought in the biggest pair of binoculars I've ever seen in my life.
I went to the ad lib with John Lennon. It was a 2-drink minimum and I was 15. I couldn't get a drink, but he says, I'll get the 2 Bacardis, you get 2 Cokes. So I had 2 Bacardis, 2 Cokes. He gave me a Bacardi, I gave him a Coke, and we were drinking together, you know.
Here is the greatest band in the world, and I am playing Monopoly with the fabulous George Harrison, and I could not concentrate on my Monopoly game.
They put the instruments down, they run backstage, they get in the car, we drive the car out to center field bleachers of Dodger Stadium, and there's 10,000 kids waiting for us. And Lennon got mad, and he kind of got in our face, and we kind of got in his face.
Sunday morning at 5 o'clock she is... He played it for me before he recorded it.
Ringo and George came to my house to visit and to play. Actually, I met them naked.
It was my 21st birthday, and John sat at the piano. He said, I want to run something by you. Tell me what you think of it. And it was, I want to hold your hand.
As the women went by in the Ashmak in Marrakesh, they went,
Yeah. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs.
Paul takes me behind this thing, and there is a Mellotron. And he goes, this is the one. And he sits down and he starts playing the beginning to Strawberry Fields. At that point, I almost internally hemorrhaged.
Can't buy me love.
And there I was caught up in one of those dashes from the building, and it was fantastic.
Can't buy me love.
It occurred to me that maybe being the daughter of the President of the United States, I might be able to have every adolescent's dream come true. The Beatles come to my house.
Satisfied. Tell me that you want the...
It's totally crazy that I'm even here.
You're here.
Totally crazy. This is nuts.
This was George's guitar.
I put the original up and was silent in the room. Nobody said a word.
This is just a short note to thank you for naming that lump of rock Ringo. Next time, could you make it a planet or a sun or a moon, or if you're not too busy, maybe even a black hole?
We're back, 97.1 Breakfast with the Beatles. I do believe we have a winner on line 8. Good morning, sir. You know who took that photo?
Yeah, it was taken by my brother, Mike McCartney.
That makes you Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it makes me the winner. Yay!
How you doing, Paul?
This is Rock Island Line. This actually belonged to John.
I can't believe I'm in the car with Norman Smith.
Well, welcome to Beckley.
An essential part of England, a coal fire.
I went down to make an adjustment to a mic and read the lyrics. And it said, she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. And I thought to myself, oh, word, this is going to be some sort of funny song.
George would save my songs in a lot of cases, songs I was going to throw away. And he'd get his guitar out and play the song with you. Just brilliant.
Mal Evans said, we're having a magical mystery tour and the boys would like you to come over. After the hard day's shooting, Paul trooped into the downstairs bar, proceeds to get a pint of beer, sticks it on the piano, and thumps away, playing pub songs, and all the locals join in. I do like to be beside the seaside, remember that song?
When George finished the song Apple Scrub, he asked us to all come in, and of course we were dumbfounded because we're never asked to come in.
When I got back to camp and announced this discovery, everyone wanted to come out and see it. That night we celebrated the discovery. And with a tape playing with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the background, a girlfriend on the expedition said, if you think it's a female, why don't you name her Lucy after Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds?
This is meant to be green, and this is the northwest wind, but if you do that...
Much to the surprise of a couple 100,000 viewers, all of a sudden, John Lennon popped into their television screen doing the weather on Action News in Philadelphia.
At the end of the day, Linda said, we want to see all these pictures in the morning, first thing in the morning, because we need to pick one for the cover of Life magazine. I went, wow, it's my only Life cover.
I knew John really well, so we were both totally gutted and like in shock.
So here we are in the dugout. And all of a sudden, up on the scoreboard, our manager flashes a sign. The Rascals are coming. The Rascals are coming. Brian Epstein did not think that was such a great idea.
And I was running full speed, and all of a sudden, they caught up with me, turned me around, and it was George, and that was our first kiss. The best kiss ever in my life.
Not many people know this, but this is what happened.